Hello and welcome to this session in which we will keep discussing the incident response plan, and specifically here we're going to discuss the role of the people, the role of the team on this incident response plan. This topic is important for the Information Systems and Controls CPA exam. In the prior session we looked at the elements of a successful incident response plan, and one of the elements is the team, the people. So in an incident response plan, the most important element is the group of people, because at the end of the day, people are running the show that are designated to manage and mitigate the incident. These individuals should possess specialized technical knowledge. Why? Because they form the backbone. Because without people, machines can't run by themselves. Well, at least not yet. Beyond their expertise and actions, the endorsement and the guidance of the higher management play a pivotal role. And we kind of touched upon this in the prior session. It's very important for higher management, for senior management, a board of directors to endorse the people that handles those incidents, because these are the people that drive the organization commitment to the incident response. And we're going to see how, because if senior management is serious, they will give us more resources, they will allocate more money into the budget for the incident response plan team. So the structure of the incident response team can vary based on the size of the organization and its operational model. So in this session we would look more at the nature of the team, the model. Different companies might use different models for their incident response team, depending on the size, the industry, how much money they want to allocate, and this is what we will discuss in this session. Let's go ahead and get started. Before we proceed any further, I have a public announcement about my company, FarhatLectures.com.
Farhat Accounting Lectures is a supplemental educational tool that's going to help you with your CPA exam preparation as well as your accounting courses. My CPA material is aligned with your CPA review course such as Becker, Roger, Wiley, Gleam, Miles. My accounting courses are aligned with your accounting courses, broken down by chapter and topics. My resources consist of lectures, multiple choice questions, true-false questions, as well as exercises. Go ahead, start your free trial today.
Once again, we're going to go back to the National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST. NIST suggests three primary models for structuring these teams. Obviously, you want to tailor this for something to fit your organization. One of the three is centralized. It's a centralized system, centralized incident response team. What's the idea of centralized? You have one place, everything is controlled from one place. This is ideal for smaller entities or those with centralized computing environment. You have one centralized place, it controls everything. Here, a singular team oversees and handles incidents response for the entire organization. So these are different department, A, B, C, D, or different subsidiaries, but you have one centralized team handling all these incidents. For example, a small tech company with its operation and employees located in a single office would benefit from this model. Why? Because it ensures a quick, swift, and unified response approach. Another model will be distributed incident response. This is suited for larger, geographically dispersed organization. In this setup, multiple teams are spread across different locations, and each responsible for managing incidents within their designated area of the company's network. So they're not connected to the centralized. Each one is responsible for their own system. An example of this will be a multinational corporation with offices around the globe, each office having its own response team to address incident quickly and efficiently, taking into account local factors. So here, rather than relying on the centralized office to respond quickly, the local office, whether you are located in Canada or Europe, they would respond immediately to the issue. Then the third model is the coordinated team. This model serves as an auxiliary function to either the centralized or the distributed structure. It involves a team that coordinates the incident effort across departments or unit without directly managing. So here everyone is helping everyone. It's a coordinated effort. This ensures a cohesive response strategy while allowing individual teams autonomy. So if you need help, we will help you. If not, if you can handle it on your own, That's fine, you can take care of this. For example, a large university with various departments having their own IT teams might employ a centralized coordinated team. Now, this team would ensure that all departments follow a unified incident response protocol, facilitating communication and collaboration without overriding the authority of each individual department. So the department will have some authority, but the guidance comes from a centralized place. So it's a coordinated effort. Also, NIST publishes the Computerized Security Incident Handling Guide and gives us more information about how to form the team. So when designing and organizing the team, NIST Security Incident and Handling Guide gives us advice to weigh several crucial factors to determine the most effective structure and team approach. The first thing they suggest, obviously, you want to have this team or the response team available 24/7. It's vital for incident response personnel to be reachable 24/7, whether by phone or in person, because cyber attackers, they are working 24/7. You need to be prepared 24/7. It's not a 9 to 5 type of deal. Immediate availability is a key to reducing the duration between the detection of the incident and its resolution. So you want to detect as early as possible, response as early as possible. Why? To lessen the potential of damage. The longer the attacker stays into the system, the more damage the company might experience. So the sooner we can respond, the better off we are, whether that's 3 a.m. in the morning or 3 p.m. in the afternoon. We need to be ready for that. How about the structure of the team? Should it be full-time or part-time team composition? Choosing between full-time and part-time involve consideration like budget constraints, other staffing requirement, the specific industry, and unique needs of the business. The first thing that determines whether we want full-time or part-time people is the budget, is the money that's allocated. And this tells us a lot about the attitude of higher management. If higher management, senior management, the board of directors allocate more money and they allow us to have a full-time team, this shows a culture of cybersecurity commitment. Why? Because they are allocating more resources. We need money, we need people. Sometimes we have to because of the industry. So for some, leveraging an external virtual incident response team might offer a cost-effective and practical solution. So rather than having your own team, inside team, you can outsource this. That's an option as well. Team well-being. The intense and often unpredictable demand placed on the team can also lead to stress and burnout. Remember, you have to be available 24/7, particularly due to the on-call nature of the work. They may call you 4 o'clock in the morning. There's an attack. Let's get going. It's like working, military style. It might be challenging to recruit and retain staff who are both capable and willing to undertake the role, necessitating 24-hour availability. So you might have expertise, but they may not be willing to work, night shift. Or you might have people who are willing to work night shift, but they are not competent. So you're looking for, special individuals. So assigning specific roles to different team members could help manage workload and improve morale. And that's the key here, how to keep the team well-being. Maybe, 1 month you work third shift, then, you take a break for 3 months, then you work the third shift again. So you want to keep the morale high in the company. Also, the guide suggests that we have to look at financial consideration, because having a 24/7 team, as I mentioned, would require funding. Well, such team require a broad understanding of various IT domains and the ability to use complex tools for digital forensics, making them more expensive to staff than typical IT roles. Do we have the money? Are we willing to allocate the money? That's the financial consideration. Also, expertise requirement, the complex and the specialized nature calls for a blend of technical and soft skills. So professionals in this field need to be up to date on the latest intrusion detection, digital forensics, and understanding cybersecurity vulnerability and exploit. And for some organization, outsourcing these needs to a managed service provider could mean more economical, cost-effective way, allowing the benefit from high-level expertise without bearing the full cost independently. Because if you outsource this to companies that do this 24/7, basically you get the benefit of outsourcing, which we talked about in another session. One of it is cost savings. Now, although the IRP teams, their primary focus is to detect and manage security breaches, they are asked to take on additional role to enhance cybersecurity awareness throughout the organization. And once we talk about awareness, we're talking about what? education, training, disseminating information. By educating non-IT employee on how to recognize, report, and react to cybersecurity incident, the workload on the incident response team can significantly reduce. Because if they're helping you detect early on, you don't have to respond because it gets deducted. We deal with it up front. So this education can be conducted through various channels like workshop, online resources, on the company's intranet, newsletter, visually engaging material, in-person training. The aim is to create a security conscious culture across all levels of the organization. Also, this team can help in dissemination of advisories. The team is also responsible for keeping the organization informed about emerging cybersecurity threats and vulnerabilities. How? Well, through newsletter, emails, update. So it's not only a one-time thing. You gotta keep on going because, again, cybersecurity evolves over time. This keeps everyone aware of the current threat landscape and encourages vigilance. Also, collaborate with others within the company and outside the company. Beyond internal effort, incident response team contribute to the benefit from the wider cybersecurity community through information sharing initiative. This involves exchanging insight on security incidents they have encountered, detailing the action taking, outcomes achieved, and any subsequent changes implemented within the organization. Now, without revealing any specific proprietary information about the company, of course. And by sharing, you're hoping that other companies will share, and we have a strong cybersecurity culture. Such exchanges not only bolster the organization's security posture, but also contribute to the collective defense of the broader community against cyber threat. Now, obviously, the assumption here, you're sharing and others are sharing. Therefore, we are all better off as cybersecurity fighters. Let's take a look at this multiple choice question from farhatlectures.com. Which of the following initiatives is most effective for an incident response team to raise cybersecurity awareness among non-IT employee in a large organization? So here we're dealing with non-IT employee. What is the most effective way to raise that awareness? Conducting annual cybersecurity audit. Well, conducting cybersecurity audit is a good idea, but how is it going to help non-IT team? It doesn't answer that question. Implementing a strict access control. Of course, we want to have a strict access control, but that's not going to raise awareness. People, they don't know about cybersecurity. They might have strong password, but they may not understand the importance of it. Publishing a monthly cybersecurity newsletter. Would that raise awareness? Yes. Disseminating information through newsletter, weekly emails, whatever the reason is, would raise awareness. I would say C is a good choice. Restricting internet access. That's not a good idea. Restricting internet access does not raise the awareness of non-IT employee about incident response. So the best answer is C as in Charlie. What should you do? Now you want to go to Farhat Lectures, look at additional MCQs that's going to help you whether you're studying for your CPA exam. Most likely you are. Accounting courses, finance courses. Invest in yourself. Good luck. Study hard. And of course, stay safe.